Dave Keating. He's been camped out at the EU Council for us.
New day is dawning here in Brussels, and there really no sign of any kind of agreement. We really haven't made any progress since the summit began 5 p.m. yesterday, except that we've seen the chances of Vice-President Timmermans really dimmer because the resistance to him becoming Commission President was more strong than people were expecting. We knew that Hungary and Poland were going to object to him becoming Commission President because he has pursued rule of law violation censorship against them as Vice President of the Commission. But we also saw a big pushback from center-right prime ministers. What had happened was that Chancellor Angela Merkel of Germany had reached a kind of gentleman's agreement at the sidelines of the G20 in Japan with the leaders of France, Spain, and Italy that Manfred Weber, the candidate for her center-right EPP group, was not going to get a majority here, and so they should pursue the candidacy of Frans Timmermans, the candidate of the center-left PES group. But the other EPP leaders, including Ireland's Leo Varadkar, objected to this, saying the EPP should not give up that Commission presidency because they got the most number of seats in the European election last month. But they didn't get a majority, and that's really why we're where we are right now and why this is proving so much more difficult this time around than in previous years. It's because that European election result last month, for the very first time, delivered not a majority for the two centrist party, for the EPP and the PES together. It's the first time they haven't had a majority between them. And that really reflects national elections across Europe where the centrist parties are being driven out by new parties, and we're seeing a much more pluralistic political landscape. Of course, those national elections reflected here at the European Council, which is made up of the 28 national governments in the EU. So finding compromises is just now a lot more difficult than it used to be, and that's why this is proving so difficult. What we're being told is that we're likely not going to get a decision tonight, and they're going to have to call another summit later this month.
Dave Keating.